and separate your legs just ever so slightly. We're going to do a spine stretch here. So holding the band and inhale, exhale, head over shoulders, shoulders over ribs, ribs over hips, and your arms go out to the side. Inhale and stack up one vertebra at a time. Exhale and down. 2, 3. 3 gradations of 1 out breath. And then inhale, stack up, sit tall. Inhale. Exhale, reach forward. 2, 3. Inhale. And exhale, scoop 1. Scoop those abdominals deeply back towards your spine. Lengthen the back of your neck. And inhale, sit tall. Big long breath in. Exhale, scoop down. Keep your arms long. And exhale. Inhale, come up. For our last spine stretch. Exhale, scoop down. 2, 3. Inhale, sit tall. Bring your legs together. Ditch the band. Arms out to the side. We're going to go into some nice rotational work in our spine twist. So for today, we're going to have our palms facing forward. Toes up to the ceiling. And we're going to rotate towards your left on the inhale and do 2 pulses. Inhale. Exhale, we come quite smartly back to the center. Then we inhale and go in, exhale to the center. Now as you continue to do this, I want you to feel like you're drawing down your armpits towards your hips, or you know the cue that I use, which is having 2 very valuable books under your armpits, and you want to lock them in and not let them drop out. We're going to do a set of 10 here. So we breathe in and don't move. Breathe out and don't move. Ready and inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Up tall and inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, that's 5. And this is 6. 1, 2 sets each is 1. This is 7. Inhale and keep scooping the abdominals in. Grow taller each time. Inhale, exhale, and inhale, exhale. Last set, and in, exhale, in, exhale. Legs are wide, just the width of your mat. Rotating towards your right and soaring your left pinky down towards the foot, and look behind you, scoop your abdominals, and you do 3 gradations of the 1 breath. And out, 2, 3. We're going to reach our arms tall up through center, rotating over to the left, and scoop it down. 1, 2, 3. Inhale up, tall, nice breath in. We're doing a few slow, then we'll go quick. And out, 1, 2, 3. Inhale. Exhale and rotate. 1, 2, 3. Up tall. And reach down. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. And down. 1, 2, 3. We're going to do 6 now in double time. Ready and up. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, exhale. 2, 3. Inhale, exhale. 2, 3. Inhale, exhale. 2, 3. Inhale, exhale. Scoop the abdominals in, and last 1. Arms to the side and down. Now I want you to bend your knees in, and we're going to do 3 rolling like a ball. So that means like a ball, not like a pretzel, but a ball. So let's have the grip. You have one hand over the wrist. Tuck your toes in. And the idea here is that you want to open up the sacral area, open up the mid ribs and the lower ribs. And toes tucked, breathe in and roll back. Tap exhale up. Inhale back, exhale, scoop the abdominals. Inhale, exhale. Keep going, 3 more as I watch. Keep going. And up. You can go footwork. Now think of your footwork. Point your feet. And last one. And balance yourself. Good work. Okay, I'm going to go onto our side now. So you're going to bring your knees towards the camera and both hands forward. We're going to do a little stretch for our side ribs and some strength for our shoulder. So you will take your hands down so that your forearm is on the mat facing me and your knees are stacked on top of each other. If you find your balance is a bit compromised, you can put it forward. But I think for what we're doing right now, you'll be fine with your legs like this. Because those of you that have worked with me before, you know I use the analogy that when we do side work, we're actually not sunbaking at the beach and just hanging around like this. We're actually doing Pilates. So we're lifting up. So we're lifting all of those lateral flexors of the underneath side. We're contracting them and lifting us up. But today, I'm going to use the bad habit as a way to stretch your ribs. So what I want you to do is lift up nice and tall. Look down at the elbow. Look forward. Look up to the ceiling. Look forward. Look down. Look forward. Look up. And finish with that. It's just a little neck stretch. You're going to allow your ribs to open to the floor. So let them go down and then lift the ribs up just to neutral. Let the ribs go down and the head will stretch over this way and then lift up the bottom ribs and your head is straight in line with your spine. Open up the bottom ribs so you're getting a stretch between the lower hip and the armpit. And then you activate the intercostals and your QL and a bit of external obliques to sit you up in neutral. And then you open and drop down and your head tilts to the side. And exhale, lift up. And you're looking forward. And then let the ribs sag, so to speak, and your head tilts to the right. Keeping an awareness of your abdominals, still drawing in and lifting tall. Now I'm going to change the arm that's on the floor. So the top arm is going to place its weight onto the floor, and this arm that was under the bottom is crossed over. So we've got a lot of weight on the one arm. Now, Victoria, I want you to be careful about here. Anybody else where you're not strong enough in the shoulder or it's hurting somewhere, you probably could do it down on your elbow, but try it up this way first. So we have the arm that is on the top side is on the floor. The other, you've got it here or under here. I'd say try on your shoulder. But what you're going to do is go down to the floor and rotate. Rotate so you're almost touching that bottom shoulder to the floor, and then you push up and rotate to look towards the mat. And rotate. And push. You rotate to neutral and then you push and rotate so your sternum goes to the floor. And down. Exhale, draw your abdominals in and rotate. And down. Push up and rotate. And 3 more. And push. And down. Exhale, push. And down. Exhale, push. Look at the floor. Put the other hand onto the mat and arch up, looking to the ceiling. Put your elbows onto the mat. Lie down and reach your head, your arm through to come into a position to do your clams. So we're lying on our bicep. Feet in line with your sits bones. Inhale and exhale, open up. Let's just wake up these deep lateral rotators. and inhale, lower. Exhale, lengthen the leg and open. Remember, we don't really want our hip flexors to do too much. We want those deep rotators of the hips to do the job. So the cues here are push your top heel into your bottom and lengthen your knees away and lower. Draw the abdominals in and lower. Exhale and in. Exhale and lower. Straighten out the top leg. Single leg reach and exhale and point it down. Exhale and reach. Inhale and down. Exhale and reach. Inhale and down. And reach and lower. And reach and lower. And reach and lower. And reach and lower. Reach and hold it. Lift it a bit higher. Hold it. Reach it a bit higher. Hold it. Hold it there. Reach your heel away. Scooping through those abdominals. Point the toe and lower it slowly. Slowly. Slower than that even. Slowly. Slowly. It's going to go all the way to the floor and we're keeping our pelvis nice and still. And then bend the leg up. Straighten it out. Take hold of the toe if you can. Take hold of the ankle or the shin and push the knee back off the foot that's on the floor. Just a nicer, more intense stretch for the hamstring and a bit of the calf. And bend that leg in, straighten it down. We're almost onto our front, so let's go all the way to the front. Diamond press. What's a class in Pilates without a diamond press? So let me see, everyone has their forehead down on their hands. You're in a neutral position, let your glutes be loose, let your heels hang out. We're going to do 3 diamond press. And inhale, prepare, and exhale coming up, inhale going down, exhale, lift from the sternum, keep the spine long, keep the crown of the head reaching forward and down, and exhale coming up, and hold that position there, breathe it in, let's work the hamstrings a little more, lengthen your right leg until it comes off the floor, and try and think of your inner thighs work. Well, no, don't try, make your inner thighs work. Bring that right leg towards center, lower it down. Exhale, lift up the left leg, draw it towards center, and down. And lift, and down, and lift, and down. And lift the abdominals, and down, and lift, and down, and lift, and down. Hold up the left leg. Inhale, exhale, hold up the right. Squeeze those inner thighs together, reach them long away from you. Pick up your arms, take them out to the side, reach them down by your thighs. Inhale, exhale, lift up a bit further, elongating and separating each vertebra. Squeeze the ankles and knees together, open your chest for 4, 3, 2, 1. I've always liked this exercise, Dart, because it looks like you're doing nothing, but you actually are doing a lot. Reach the arms out to the side as you inhale, arms around to the front. We're going to do a set of swimming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Up to 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Lower your right leg, lower your left leg, bend your arms, and back to diamond press. Tuck your toes under, bring your hands by your side, push yourself up to a child's pose. Big breaths in and out. And then lead with your tail, tucking and curling, and bringing yourself onto your other side and resting on your forearm. whether you were taking notice, which side did I start with? And this first one is to stretch out the ribs. So we want to lift up. So these side trunk flexors are actually going to open. So let yourself open and relax into that area. And then you push through the forearm to lift up those ribs and look down to the floor. And look forward, and you're stretching through that underneath side. Now activate through that underneath side lift and look down to your elbow. Open the ribs, so this is like a little sag down, and then lift and look down. Let them sag. If you put your fingers here like I am, I can feel my ribs open as I allow them to drop towards the floor. And then I lift them and look down. And open and lift. Get a little more stretch through the neck. Now take the top hand, place it on the floor, so we replace that, and then the hand that was on the floor is on my shoulder. And then this elbow sort of comes through under the other one. We prepared for this when we did our thread the needle at the beginning of class. Now push up and rotate so my chest looks forward. And then I dive under. So it's a lot of work for my triceps on that arm, but I'm not complaining about that. And reaching up, lift, and down, and push, lift, and down, and push. This is the exhale. We've got 3 more. And down on the in. Exhale and push. And down. And second last one. Up. And down. And up. 2 hands on the floor. Arch up a little bit. And you're going to reach your hands forward. Walk them until you can get your elbows down on the floor. And place your head down, roll onto your back, and place your hands behind your head. We're going to do 6 curl-ups. Now I want you to just be with me on this today. I'm going to give you a slightly different cue for coming up. So your elbows are nice and wide, and I'd like you to lift your head as if you're only lifting the width of a piece of paper. So lift it up. Now lift your chest up. So no curl. Just lifting it up in neutral. Now inhale, exhale, curl your head, curl your upper ribs, middle ribs, lower ribs off the floor, and then go back through that mid-rib, upper rib, chest lengthens, head goes to the floor. Inhale, head lifts, chest lifts. Now I soften in the ribs and curl my upper, middle, lower ribs up away from the floor. Scooping the abdominals without moving out of neutral. Going back in reverse. Mid, upper ribs, chest lengthens, head lengthens, lower to the floor. Exhale, lift the head, lift the chest. Curl and soften the sternum as the upper, middle, lower ribs come away from the floor. And then we reverse back. Chest lengthens, head elongates, lower to the floor. 2 more. Head lifts, chest lifts, soften and curl. Back we go. Middle, upper, chest lengthens, head lengthens, and then lower. Last one. Head, chest, curl, stay there. Reach your arms by your side. Exhale, come up a bit higher. Inhale, reach your arms to the ceiling. Exhale, placing hands behind your head. Inhale, lower to the floor. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, take yourself a bit higher. Inhale, arms to the ceiling. Open your ribs behind you. Exhale, placing hands on your head. And inhale, lower. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, reach. exhale, hands behind your head, and inhale, lower. Well done. Give yourselves a nice big stretch. Stretch out your legs, stretch your ribs, stretch your arms. And we're going to do 3 roll-ups. So reach your arms to the ceiling as your head comes up on the in. Then exhale, roll up, toes up. Keep your arms parallel to the floor. Go over to your C curve. Breathe in. And exhale, roll back. Like someone is pulling your arms forward, but another person is trying to glue your sacrum to the mat as you get your lower ribs, middle ribs, upper ribs, and head to the floor. Arms to the floor and toes point. Breathe in. Exhale, roll up. Scoop those abdominals. Reach forward. Inhale. Exhale, roll down. Point your toes. Arms overhead. Last one. Inhale. Arms up. Head up. Toes up. Flex the feet. Scoop those abdominals, reach your arms forward, and then sit tall. Now let me see how tall you've grown through all of that articulation of the spine. And sitting there. And what we're going to do now is I want to do a little bit of leg work, because I know in this period of time people have been sitting for greater lengths of time. And what I'm finding, not only did I know that sitting excessively was bad for your hip flexors and your adductors, but I'll bet if every single one of you gave yourselves a massage in your calves, they'd be really tight. So we need to keep them mobile. That's why I've done a little bit of foot articulation work today. But what we're going to do is get your Theraband. If you can tie it to somewhere, we're going to lie down and do a little bit of leg work. So put your legs up in the straps. If you don't have a band today, that's okay. You just do it without it. You're still working your legs, so it's not important really other than working the abdominals and getting a little bit of activity in the hamstrings. So take a little bit of time to get that. So you can get into this position. So if you haven't got them, now anyone who hasn't got the Theraband set up, you're going to have to reduce the range of motion. Okay? I'm not there in the room with you to stop you individually, so you have to be mindful of your own bodies. So reaching your arms down long, separate your legs slightly, and exhale, take them away. Drawing your abdominals down, and inhale, bring them up. Exhale, reach away. So you're thinking of drawing the inner thighs into activity and your hamstrings. Press the back of your shoulders into the mat. Exhale, reach down. Press your sacrum into the mat. Press your shoulders and shoulder blades into the mat. And inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. That's it. I'm happy now. I'm happy seeing everybody's legs straight, moving within your range and your capacity. Now I want you to squeeze your inner thighs together, separate them, then bring them up and together. So we're making a little square. Exhale down, inhale, open and up, together. Exhale down and open, inhale up, together. Exhale, inhale. The whole time you're going to press your sacrum down into the mat. Open and up, together. Exhale down and up. And down. And let's reverse. Inhale, open, down and together. And inhale, up and out. Exhale, down and together. Inhale, up and out. Exhale, down and together. Repeat this 4 more times. I want you to really focus on drawing the abdominals to your spine while your legs reach up to the ceiling. So we're dissociating at the hip so that the legs move freely and independently of your hips. Last one. externally rotate to a little small V. I'm going to bend our knees down towards our pubic bone and then straighten them up slightly away. Not too far, just a little bit. And in. Get a nice flexion at the knee, but make sure your knee is still in line with your heels. And exhale, straighten them up. Inhale, bend them down. Exhale, straighten and use those deep lateral rotators and your lateral hamstrings to keep the turnout. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Inhale, down. Exhale, rotate and scoop. Inhale and down. Exhale, scoop. Now if you do want to work your abdominals a little bit harder, you can reach your legs a little bit away from you. Squeeze it in length. In. We're going to do 4 more there. Adding a little bit of load. And in. And out. And in. And out. And in. Keep them out there. Let them come up a little. We're going to do a set of 20 little beats. Breathe it in. And out. In, out, in, out, in. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15, scoop the abs in, open the chest, press your shoulder blades, backs of your arms to the floor, 19, 20, and bend. It's lucky I can't count, but I meant a count of 20. Now let your tailbone come up off the floor and rock down. And hug the knees and rock down. And lift and down. Now, externally rotate and let your ankles come towards your groin. So you're just getting a really nice inner thigh stretch. And put your hands on the outside of your knees and bring them together. And very carefully take your feet out of the band. Place them back on the floor, roll to the side and push yourself up, untying